back to my channel. I'm Kristen from runfitmama.net, and today I want to talk about packing your Run Disney Go bag that you can leave at gear check while you do your race. So normally when you do packet pickup, they give you this big clunky plastic bag, right, with the drawstring at the top. I don't know about you, but I find them extremely uncomfortable. Hey, it's great that they're free and they're waterproof. So I always pack a little small drawstring bag that I can just kind of shove everything into anyway. The nice thing about the Run Disney plastic drawstring bags is that they're clear and see-through, so that way it's really easy to find if that's not your bag that you've actually been given. So I bring both. So I will put my gear check stuff with the tag in the clear bag, and then when I get it back from them, I put everything back into the drawstring bag so I can just easily wear it around while my, medals are all clunking together. And it's a great way to fit in your snack box at the end of the race. So I wanted to talk about what I'm gonna pack in that bag so I can have some sort of comfort items once I'm done with the race, especially on those half marathon or marathon days when you are wiped out. Okay, so first thing, again, something else that's free. At Run Disney races, they hand you these emergency blankets. It's really cute. They have Running Mickey on them. And hey, something free from Run Disney, I will take it. So I hoard these. If they are handing them out and it is 90 degrees, I will still take one because I must have like 10 or something in my drawer because they're great if it rains and you can throw them away. So pack it in your bag, and if you have to do one of these for the hour-and-a-half wait before the race starts, you're good to go. So, and it's also great if you're freezing. So a lot of times that I've actually gone and done Run Disney, I think only one time it's been pretty warm. So I usually pack some cold stuff with me. So I have the emergency blanket. I'll shove that into my gear check, or I'll take it with me to the corral. So I may or may not have it at the end of the race. Something else I bring, I might be a little extra, but this little mini umbrella. It's really tiny. I got it off of Amazon. It was like $10. And I mean, if it's like pouring or really raining hard, there's not a ton of coverage. There's some, but I feel like it's nice to just have a backup and not like hide in a porta potty or something if it's raining. So it's nice to have something, especially if it's raining and you're walking back to your hotel after. Now you won't have to hide under your gear check bag or your emergency blanket. So this is just something I may or may not decide to check, but I bring extra goos. I usually bring like 3 or 4 in the bag. If at the last minute, I'm like, oh, I'm feeling a little bit extra hungry today, if it's like day 3 of your races. So this one is French toast flavor. I have not tried it yet. It's goo. Goo is usually my favorite for anything. I usually stick to like chocolate or salted caramel. That's just me as like a person, but I feel like French toast could be good, right? Mapley something. I also will pack an RX bar. I think it's really important to get protein after a run. And the snack boxes they hand you for free are great. They used to have big sized Cliff Bar protein bars in the box. They don't really anymore. It's a lot of carbs and like processed food, which again, I'm not complaining because it's free, but I like to have something a little bit cleaner, easier on your tummy after you run, if you know what I mean. The next thing is sunscreen. This is key. I don't care if it's cloudy in Florida, you most likely will get burned. So I have this, it's more for face. So, but that's the most important part, right? So I make sure I put it on my body, and then I feel like your face is probably gonna sweat more than your shoulders. So I do a little extra right before I throw it in my bag and leave it at the start. So my next thing, I got this at Big Five for like $5. It's a running raincoat that was on clearance. It folds up into a tiny little pouch. I throw this in there again if it's raining or just sprinkling or just a little bit cold, especially after you stop and you've been sweating. It's nice just to have a little something to throw on for the bus ride because the buses are nice and air conditioned, and if you're cold from sweating, it's nice to have. The next thing, they're a little dirty because I wore them to the parks, but I bring UFOs in my bag. I mean, I may or may not feel like changing my shoes, but especially after the marathon day, like you're kind of sick of wearing your running shoes. So I'll just switch them out, put on UFOs, go to Starbucks, the whole thing. And last thing, I feel like you need to really prepare more if it's cold, because if it's hot, what are you gonna do? But I always bring gloves with me. If you were at 2018 Dopey, you know that you had to wear literally every piece of clothing you packed. So I brought 2 pairs of gloves that year, thank God, and I actually wore both of them. So I always just keep an extra pair of gloves, just again, in case if it's, gets really cold and you want to feel comfortable while you're waiting the 2 hours for the race. So I hope this helped. If you have any suggestions on what I should pack in my gear check bag, please leave them down below. You can find me on Instagram. I post a lot more running stuff on there too. And I'm at runFitMama. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.